and sidestep all of the crazy things that I seem to step on. It is Fiverr Friday. Welcome, and I have to say, it's been 2 weeks since we have gone live. I have gone live. I'm sorry. I've been putting out videos, but my goodness, I've been swamped, and it's a good thing. It's a great thing to be swamped with business, but it's been kind of hard to get live. So I'm super excited to be live with you today. And, I think this is by far still one of my favorite things to do is connect with you all. So welcome to Fiverr Friday. It is, what day is it? September 18th. It's hard to believe. If you are new to Fiverr Friday, this show is all about connecting, you asking questions and comments in the chats. I'm answering them. I give you a little spiel, and, we go from there. So now I know they've made some changes recently to the YouTube platform as well as some other things. So I see a lot of people coming over from YouTube, but it looks like we may be having some issues connecting with some people from Facebook. So I do apologize about that, but it's good to have all of you guys here with me. That's right. Howdy, stranger. Today I want to talk to you about something that what I've been doing. If you're wondering, hey, what's it been doing over the last couple weeks? I've been meeting with a lot of voice actors, and I've been doing a lot of coaching, and I absolutely love it. And one of the things that I'm seeing a lot of, and I want to talk to you guys today about, is have a real honest conversation with you about what you are actually offering in terms of, how good your demo is. And it's kind of one of those things that we are like, is my demo really, is it good? Is it better than so-and-so's? Does it sound right? Is there, something really unique about it? Or is it just okay? And then, all of us, me, hands down, I'm like, well, it's, it's the best I can do. It's the best I can do right now, but the demo kind of brings out in us these feelings of, could I be doing more? Is it really working? I don't know. I don't have money to buy a demo. I need to, do it myself, but I don't know what to do. I don't know how to mix it right, or doesn't sound. There's all these things that come out, right? And I think it's important for us to talk about our demo from the context of presentation these days, especially on Fiverr, but everywhere. The presentation that you give of your business, whether it's your thumbnails, whether it's your website, whether it is your demo, okay? The presentation of it, right? The production of it. These things matter so much today, and they matter more than they ever have, and I'm going to tell you why. Because today, we are expected more and more as solopreneurs, as studios in and of ourselves, to be able to produce high quality, ready to go, if you will, files, right? Ready to go music, ready to go videos. The more and more things I'm doing and I'm getting work for are for not only for me doing voiceovers, but me doing imaging, me doing mixing, me doing video editing with music, with voiceovers, me doing more and more stuff. Does it make me more money? Absolutely. But the point I'm trying to make here is that, the presentation of what we can do and what we can't do really makes a big difference. And when it comes to our demo, a lot of times our demo really does show people what, they are willing to work with us, or maybe not so much. But here's the thing, and I want to say this as well. Don't let your demo where it is right now make you feel like you're not a good actor. And I see this a lot. People think, oh, my demo sucks. I'm just not good at this. And that's not true. Okay, you can be a fantastic voice actor. Okay, but at the same time, your demo or your samples might be a little bit lacking when it comes to the production side. And when I mean production, I mean how well, what music do you have in there? What effects do you have in there? Does your demos or your samples show contrast? Are they showing more than just, you regurgitating words off of a script, or are they really, telling a story? And on top of that, is your demo as a whole telling the story about you? Or is your demo you just putting a bunch of samples together and throwing it out there because you got to have one? Okay. And then you might be like, well, this is all great, Andy, but I don't even know where to even begin with it. That's fine. I just want to point out to you that I see a lot of people like, hey, I can't get work, or why isn't this working over here, or something's not happening over here. I'm not sure. Some people said they like my demo. Some people said I need to work on the artifacts, or maybe there's too much mouth noise, or maybe the music isn't great. You know what I mean? But I'm going to stick with it because I think it really, matters about my acting. And that is partly true. All right. I always looked at it as like a cake, right? The acting itself, that's the cake. Okay. The acting itself is the cake. But think about it. We don't really buy cakes without the icing. I'm serious, right? We don't get cakes that don't have icing on it. The icing is the production. And the production has to be fantastic. It's got to look fantastic. It's got to taste fantastic. And then the cake itself has to be amazing. But without that, we don't buy it. It's not done. It's not completed. I don't know if that analogy works. But I'm trying to say that, our production of our stuff really matters. And if you're not actively trying to help, or trying to get better at, doing these things, okay, then you're missing something in your daily routine, okay? The things that you need to be working on getting better on is music, getting music, okay? Getting that music, being able to mix it well with your voice. Making sure your voice is nice and crisp and clear, but that the music isn't overpowering, but at the same time, not underwhelming. Also, it matters what you're doing. Is it an intro and an outro for a podcast or a YouTube video or something? Or is it medical narration? Or is it meditation? Right? I mean, think about meditation. That is a massive industry right now, especially on Fiverr. And meditation is really bringing in lots of work for people. However, people want to go on there and they want the whole package. They want you to be able to do the voiceover. They want you to be able to get the music. They want you to be able to write the script in a lot of places. Same with podcast intros and outros. All right. Same with things, all over. The people want you to be more one-stop shops. They're more willing to work with you and pay you for it instead of going around and finding 3, 4, 5 other people. Because that's a lot of extra work, and we like to do as least amount of work as possible. So it's imperative that you work on getting better at mixing music, finding music. If you're someone who's like, okay, well, where do I find music? Okay, well, this is an easy thing. You can, there's lots of free music on YouTube that you can download. Get a downloader. Okay, I use, it's Wondershare UniConverter. Wondershare UniConverter. Now it's like $70, okay, but it was worth it because I can download stuff and you can go on YouTube and find free music. They'll tell you this is free, royalty free, music that you can download. It's free use. Okay, you download music and you can start a file folder. You can do that all day long on YouTube. You can get that music once you download the MP4, put it in your DAW, split the audio, save the audio as an MP3, and put that into a folder. Okay, you can also use places like Audio Blocks. Now, I pay $15 a month for Audio Blocks. I also just signed up for a new site, which I absolutely love. It's called Envato. Okay, you know where you're listening to music or those videos they send you, it's like Audio Jungle. That's where that comes from, Envato. And I signed up for the year and it's fantastic. They're just so much more, even more like sweepers and stingers and stuff because I've been doing a lot more podcast intros and outros with imaging and stuff like that recently. People wanting all of that with effects and everything. So that's a great site. Plus the music is up a little more hip and upbeat or newer. So that's a really nice site too. And it's still pretty cheap. It was like $15 a month for that. So these aren't expensive sites, but that comes with video, that comes with audio, that comes with stock photos. So that's another great site as well. But again, you can find tons of the free stuff from YouTube. Okay, I mean, there's till the cows come home. So there's ways to get that, and you need to create your folder so you have that. You need to then work on your video stuff. Can you make videos? Meaning, can you take some video footage, put it into a video editor, add audio, mix those together, and render a video? If you can do that, and it's not hard, I mean, I'm not talking about you actually making the footage. Okay, you're getting the footage, whether from a client, whether it's stock footage, putting it together, adding a voiceover, adding some music in there, maybe even rendering that. If you don't know how to do that, you should work on that. That should be something that you're trying to do, because this will increase your ability to make a better production. And let's be honest, on Fiverr, videos on Fiverr do, and they even say it does 40% more engagement on Fiverr with the video. Okay. So, you know, it's a good thing for you to do. And most of us don't know how to do it. All right. And if you are having an issue with your demo, do you know what I mean? Listen, I offer demo services, but I'm going to say to you that you don't have to pay someone, but you need to be good at it. Because if you're not, and you don't pay someone to help you with it, you know, don't be angry if you're not getting work. It's not because you suck as a voice actor. Okay? I mean, it could be, but most of the time it's not. I've worked with so many new people, and most everybody reads really well. So newsflash, not everybody, most of us don't suck. We're actually pretty good. But what all of us are not that good at is the rest of it, the production of it. That's vital. Okay? And focusing on getting better on that is important to your business. How you're presenting that is super important. So I wanted to share this with you today because I challenge you to go to Fiverr. All right? Start to listen to other people's demos and look at their demos and the production of them, listen to them, compare it to yours, make some honest judgments, or get some, if you can't be honest, if you think yours sounds better than every single person's, and I love you all, but there's a lot of people out there who think theirs sounds better than everyone. Okay, that's fine, but I recommend getting some maybe non-biased people, maybe, you know, to listen, all right, to see what, you know, what they think, so you can get some feedback about what's going on, okay? And really take a hard look. And if you find that you still have work to be done, that's great news, because that means that you have successfully identified a place in your business that you can help build and grow, okay? So I really recommend taking a hard look at your stuff and seeing places where you can grow, all right? Is your music sounding great? Do you have music? Is there lots of noise clicks? Is there lots of mouth clicks? There's no video at all? Does it sound like you're in a town hall? You know what I mean? A cathedral? Does it, you know, is there, by the way, is your voiceover demo, does it actually sound like someone would be able to picture themselves buying from you? You know what I mean? I've heard a lot of demos where there's samples on there, but it's kind of like, you know, in what world would I purchase from them? Do you know what I mean? Like, how do I compartmentalize what they're putting on their demo to what I'm trying to do? You know, if I'm doing a video narration and I'm trying to, you know, reach my audience in an intimate way and share an emotion of nurturing and concern or these things like this, you know what I mean? But, you know, I've heard all kinds of demos, and your demo doesn't do any of that. I'm not going to pick you, whether or not your voice is great. Your voice could be perfect, but if you don't tell the story on your demo to where someone could listen to it and be like, oh yeah, I could work with them, okay, then it doesn't matter. So these are just things for you to think about. There's more that goes into this. This is artistic too, right? There is the artistic side of this. And don't worry if it's like, dude, I have no idea how to do any of that. I just want to speak into a microphone. That's fine. That's why you find people to work with that can help you do that too. Or you could just keep trying and learning yourself from the free resources. I mean, there's tons of stuff on YouTube, and then, I mean, you can find a lot. All right. Usually when you work with someone, though, you're paying for your time, right? You're paying to get back time so you don't take more time. But either way, you can do it. All right. I just challenge you to take an honest look at your stuff and say, you know what? Is this really fantastic? Does my website kick butt, or is it kind of a joke? All right. Is my samples I'm putting out really amazing, or am I even putting out stuff, or is there anybody even seeing me? And if they see me, is it really good? Is it not so good? Be honest so that you can actually be honest about if you're getting enough business you want or not. Okay? Really important. Really important. And here's one more tip, and then I want to get to the questions here and comments you guys have, is that don't forget, you might be going up against me for a job, and I might be going up against you for a job. So I love you, but I'm going to do everything I can and give the very best I have to get that job. And if you feel that maybe there's people out there producing things that are better than you, it's worth you putting in some effort to get better at it. Okay? Just something to think about. Now, does that mean that I don't want you to scare you and be like, that's it, I'm done, I'm not doing voiceover anymore, screw it. I don't have a $30,000 studio, forget you. No, that's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is continuously try to get better at the production aspect of it. So much goes into our acting, which is so important. Okay. And so much goes into the editing of our audio, making it sound well. That's true as well. That's so important. All right. And we talk a lot about marketing, but I don't know if enough goes into the show, if you will, that we put on, the production aspect of what we do and how important that is. And I thought today would be just a good day to talk about that. All right, you guys. Awesome. Let's go ahead and dive over to the board. If you've got some questions, comments about Fiverr or what I said, please go ahead and post it now. We'll be able to answer your questions and have a nice conversation. Let's see. We got Must Overcome. What's up? We got Clint. Good to see you. Currently on the treadmill. Good for you. Miriam says, thank goodness it's Friday. Anthony, great to see you. You too. Flyer here. Eric, what's up? Greetings all. Nice to see you. Anthony, nice to see you. Howdy, stranger. I know Zach. Jeremy, weird. I can't get in on YouTube, but Facebook is working. That is weird. That's weird. And I am feeling better. Let's see. Famicom Mike. Hey, Anthony. My first time listening to a stream in almost 5 weeks. I know I've done very little too. Very little streaming because I switched it to all Fridays and then I missed last Friday. So it's been very few. I've been putting out videos, but not as much streaming. So let's see. I got a couple of gigs done on Fiverr recently. Nice. Sean says hello. What's up, Sean? Let's see. Luis, what's up? Hello. Zach says just hire Anthony to do your demo and it'll be great. Thank you, Zach. I appreciate that. Nick, what's up, my man? Jeremy, hello, man. Jeremy, it's been so long, dude. We got to catch up. Thomas, that's load to cover in one video. You're right. That is a load to cover in one video. Some free music will ask you to do some sort of attribution. I mean, and that's true. So pay attention to what you're getting. Thomas is absolutely right. Pay attention to what you're getting and what they're asking you to do. But it never hurts, even if they don't ask, just to throw a little shout out, hey, I got this music from here. Thank you. Let's see. Michael says, hey, Anthony, I had my demos professionally done in the studio through a full service voice coaching. Okay. Learning and business agency. I thought they were really good. My coach said they were too. Okay. So I missed you, Michael. Did you have more to it? I don't know. I'm sorry, Michael. Okay. So I don't know if you were asking a question or just letting me know. I thought they were really good. My coach said they were too. Okay. That's good. I mean, that's fine. I don't know if you were asking a question. I would say that just out of my knowledge, because honestly, it's interesting. I've built I built this entire business without ever having gone into another recording studio. I do all, it's wild. I mean, I've built over a 6-figure voiceover business, all right, voiceovers, I've never been anywhere except my own studio. I've never been to a professional studio. So it's not a bad thing to use professional studios, although there's probably not much now, right, because of Corona. But just make sure that you can deliver the same things that you do in your demo. Okay? That's always my thing. Sean, and if there was more to the question, I apologize. Didn't know. Sean, let's see. YT2 MP3 converts MP4 to MP3 on any free YouTube videos. Nice. Thank you, sir. That's awesome. PSN Chunky. That's funny. Ola, making things happen. Thanks for the weekly education. You bet. No problem. That's a funny name. John Dorado. Hey, what's up? Oh, good. There's some people coming in on Facebook. Ozzy, good to see you, my man. John says, Anthony spelling the T and serving it fresh, y'all. Spilling the tea. Oh, I'm an idiot. Yes, thank you. Thank you, John. Maybe feel like I'm an old guy. Let's see. Daniel, would love your opinion on my gig. It's brand new. Feel free to tear it apart. All right, Daniel. Well, sometimes, we do gig. I've done gig reviews in the past, but I've got enough gig reviews from my website, and the people who have bought them from me have been very patient because I've been so busy. So I'm trying to catch up on their gig reviews. So if you'd like to check that out, please go ahead and check that out on the website. You can get a gig review there. And I'd love to help you. Thomas says, you will get the work as hard and dedicated as you are. That means money. So on the spot, Big A. Oh, thank you, my friend. Jeremy, glad you are feeling better. Hope you get a chance to relax a little this weekend. Thank you. I think I'm going to try, but I do know I got an audio book due and all kinds of stuff. Don't we always have something to do in the weekend? Let's see. Roland Wiley, thank you. Thanks for the help and insights on VO, Anthony. Thank you. Thank you, Roland. Ed says, what levels do you shoot for demos only? I'm seeing a lot of loud stuff at like -1 dB. All right, so just remember, Ed, I personally, and this could be just again because I literally, spent a lot of time in live theater and I'm really big at hearing everything. Maybe I'm halfway deaf a little bit. I don't know. But I pretty much put everything at -1 dB or even higher to make sure that now that's if you can mix it well. Okay. But a lot of times when you would just do things before, the rule of thumb would be, somewhere between -6 and -3 dB. But you leave that headroom, as we call it, right, from -3 dB up to 0, so that an audio engineer could go in and add some music, raise that up, for radio and things like that. But I personally like to make sure my audio is loud enough to where I hear it, and I use -1 as a rule of thumb for me. So -1 is basically what I always move my audio to. Now that's peaks. So it's not -1 for the entire, audio. But, -1 is what I raise everything to. Absolutely. Paul says, one of these days I will put this into my calendar so I will be on time. Well, in all fairness, Paul, it's not your fault. Trust me, I was missing some of these Fiverr Fridays. Daniel says, also just discovered your channel. Great content. Thanks for the advice. Thank you, Daniel. I appreciate it. Flyer here, Sean Carney recommended YT2 MP3. I checked it out. It seems to work very well. Nice. Sweet. Must overcome. I just joined Fiverr and I noticed that you can't audition. So after you sign up, do you just wait till someone finds you? It's the Fiverr dream, right? The Fiverr dream, while appealing to not everyone, it is very appealing to basically you put up your gig offerings. Here's the business model, right? You go on a Fiverr, put up your offerings, and they call in the form of gigs. You're just starting out. You have 7 that you can put up. I recommend you put up all 7. You fill them out as much as possible. Make sure everything is filled out. 10 FAQs. Your description is filled out really nicely. You've got an incredible gig thumbnail. You've got a wonderful title that people are searching for. Your title, your tags, your description, they're matching up so that you can be found in the algorithm. And then when people find you, they love your thumbnail and it's enticing. They click on it. When they click on it, your demo, your description, it's inspiring. They purchase from you. Okay? All of that is all you have to pay attention to. Fiverr does all the marketing and brings all the people to the website. So yes, there are no auditions on Fiverr. You put your stuff up, tweak it, because Fiverr's bringing so much traffic that if you are being found on Fiverr, like if you're being closer to the front pages, you're going to get work. Okay. The challenge that a lot of people have, especially starting out too, right? You're just starting out, is getting enough social proof to get you boosted up enough where people want to take a chance on you. Because they'll, especially depending on what you're charging. Most people charge less on Fiverr to start because they don't have any social proof in order to charge more. So why would people take a chance on you if you were charging the same as me, and I've done thousands of voiceovers and have all these reviews? Now you could argue, well, my voice is better or different, or they could use your voice, and that's true. The only difference with that is people are going to find me more than they will find you unless they are searching specifically for price. All right, in which case if you charge less than me, you'll beat me out every time because I just won't come up. So that's where pricing can help you, and there's limited so many people in the voiceover field, especially newer people, from making any money or working their way up because the price is such a barrier. Okay, so again, some people like that, some people don't. But let's see. Tom, what's up, Tom? Thomas, thanks for doing this one, my friend. Absolutely. Scott says, hi, Anthony. Happy Friday to you. Thanks for the show. Missed you last week. I know. Sorry about that. Roland says, production is a big part, and I agree that it's something that gets overlooked. Yeah, absolutely. Famicom Mike, I learned everything about voiceover from you. Thank you. Bill DeWeese and virtually... Oh, I didn't read the Bill DeWeese part. I was like, everything from me. I'm like, thank you. He learned it from me. Oh, and Bill DeWeese. Yes, we love Bill. And virtually everything on YouTube. A lot of good free info to get started. That's right. I'm just going to erase that other half of the sentence, Mike, and just say I learned everything from you. I'm kidding. Let's see. Roland Wiley. Question. Aside from Fiverr, where have you found success in finding gigs? Well, I want to tell you just about today, Roland. All right. Today I've got work. I got booked on Voice Jungle. Today I got booked on the Voice Realm. Today I got a personal client through email marketing that bought from my website, because you can buy from my website. I've got finished a job on Upwork, and I've got 10 or 12 jobs on Fiverr. So and this is all just today. Okay. So there's a lot of, across the span, there are a lot of different websites that I'm getting work from. Okay. Plus personal stuff that I'm doing. All right. And in the queue, there's more personal work I'm doing, e-learning. I mean, there's stuff voiceover is definitely going off the chain. So those are all the different places I'm currently getting business on. There's other sites that I'm just not getting business on today. All right. But those are the main sites that I pretty much get business on. I'm not currently working as much on ACX anymore, just because I know how to get work there if I need it, but I don't currently need any of that work. So I'm not. Okay. Good question. Sean, I learned how to do the video production for my demos and then turn it into a video production gig after I got better at it. Nice. Perfect. C-Voice, is your Facebook group free to join? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's a VO's journey. Just make sure it's a private group. Make sure that you fill out the questions. And all the questions is just like, what's your most pressing question as a VO talent? How long you've been in VO? And, I ask you to read the terms of service and just agree to them. So you have to fill those. If you don't fill out the questions, though, I don't accept you. But if you fill them out, you automatically get accepted. Okay, so just make sure you fill out those questions. Let's see. Voiceover. Hello, Angela. It's Angela. Voiceover Angela. Nick, what are your thoughts of taking your VO demo audio and asking a video guy on Fiverr to make a video for you? Do you know anyone who has done this? Just don't think I have the skills to do it myself. I'm glad you actually brought up this question because in our group, we had Will Stoff posted a post in our Facebook group showing something from Fiverr where he had posted a video he had made, and they had denied it because they said that it was a Home Depot video or whatever, and they said that he didn't own it, so he couldn't post it. This is a big deal for a lot of people, meaning that before the kind of thing is listen, you could go on, you could download a video from YouTube, take off their voiceover, add your own voiceover and music and use the video footage, right? But sites like Fiverr, even Facebook won't even let you post videos. Like I posted a video in my Facebook group from a job that I did, right, with the voiceover art, which was out there, so I could post it, just showing my group, and Facebook literally, because of the music or whatever, they literally muted the whole thing and wouldn't let me do it because it was like they said it was already on Facebook and I didn't have the rights for it or something. Now I had the option to say I did, but I wasn't gonna. I just said I wasn't gonna mess with it. But you're gonna see places like this shutting down. I think more and more things trying to figure out how do they stop people from stealing other stuff. So my recommendation is if you do have something made, make sure it's original content or make sure it's something that you've done. Like I post tons of videos, but they're from clients of work that I've done that I did not sign an NDA that are already public so that I can use them as part of me in my advertising. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay. But yeah, I think you should give it a shot, try it out. Don't pay a lot of money up front at first to make sure you can just see what it's like. But there's also a lot of sites out there. Check out Envato because there's a lot of software out there or a lot of stock footage out there too that you can use yourself. But, it takes a decent amount to put into a good video. And that's why people like to go grab them. Good question, Nick. Mike says, yeah, Anthony, there's more. It's just cut off at too many words. Oh, I got you. Well, don't be afraid to put it. Oh, did you put it? Okay, looks like you put it further down. Thomas says, final mix for demos, auditions should never go above -4 dB. All right, that's Thomas. Thank you for putting that in there, sir. And I want to going beyond Fiverr, but it applies to the demos. I want to make a point about what Thomas said, and I think this is important for everybody. I actually love when, and we have the Fiverr Elite group. We have 94 people in our Fiverr Elite group. It's really wonderful. We meet on Saturdays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays to grow our Fiverr businesses. But I love the other day we were doing something and everybody's like, "Oh, you do it this way," because I was talking about something like, "Oh yeah, but you all, this is kind of a standard way to do it." The reason why I bring that up and want to point out what Thomas said is that the world right now, all right, it's either how you can be successful from what you're doing, okay, or the way it was in the past. The way it was in the past is wonderful. It's fine. Use it. But you don't have to know all of that stuff in order to be successful now. The reason why I say this, and it was no slight for what Thomas was saying, is because I was never trained professionally. I was never trained with audio engineers. I never trained with voice acting coaches. You know what I mean? Now, later on, I've worked with them. But when I started, I never knew any of this stuff. And I still don't follow any of rules that I've seen other people do. I do my own thing based on what people like from me and what they don't like from me. So I just want to put that out there, that there is many ways to get to that end goal. All right? Listen to people who have been successful. But in the end, it's your business. So you've got to make the decision for yourself. All right? I probably did a really piss poor job of explaining that, but I guess really what I wanted to say was take the information from people, learn it, take the information I give you, but in the end, you have to decide if it's the best for your business and the path moving forward. Does that make sense? Hey, Samuel from Periscope on Twitter. Awesome. Is that why people sell voiceovers on Fiverr? Give me a little bit more context on that one, Sam. Let's see. Michael says, my comments got cut off, Anthony. I was going to ask, professional demos, yet zero work on any platform. Is there somewhere I can have my demos listened to objectively? Well, that's hard. right? Because the reality is I don't think anyone can listen to your demo objectively unless there's a set of criteria put in place that it's based upon. Like, for example, levels, specific file, like specific maybe things you've put in it. Can people agree upon emotions that you've hit? But I think everything's going to be subjectively. I know what you're saying, though. You want someone to listen to it that maybe you trust, that will give you a more accurate, view of what your demo sounds like. And that's hard. That's hard. You can find somebody, I like to think, put it in a group that you trust. And put it in a group too that, I always caution people posting your demos in Facebook groups or in groups, just because you don't want to get, torn apart and you feel awful. People, some person comes in and they tear you apart. And in all fairness, they don't even know what they're talking about, but they tear you apart. And then you feel less than mud. And then you're like, well, this is just, you want to throw in the towel. So I'm always hesitant to tell people to do that. But find a group that you trust and people that you trust. And I say, you do it by, are these positive people? You know what I mean? I really love the people in our group because we all have tough days, but, for the most part, VO's Journey is a very positive and supporting group. So, I recommend putting it there and asking people. We've got a lot of top level people in that group too, who really want to help by giving advice to help, not to tear down. So that's how I would view it. Mixmaster Mac, thanks for all the great information. It's been really helpful. Thank you. Let's see. Thomas Anthony Picavio, the master of spokes type marketing. It's the best wheel plan in the biz. Thank you, sir. Andy, I'd get them to record them reading them terms of service. Okay. I'd get them to record them reading them terms of service. I'm not sure I understand. Sorry. Sean says, hey, dude, so what's Kajabi Hero all about? Hey, Sean, what's up? So Kajabi Hero is the website provider that I use. So a VO's Journey website is through Kajabi. So as you know, if you have worked with me, if you purchased any of my services and everything, it's through the website, and the website manages all of it. It really has elevated my business. It's called kajabi.com. I'll put a link below if you're interested. I even my voiceover site that I do everything through, that I was talking a little bit earlier about, someone went to my site today, purchased, I can set up purchasing through my site. So they actually purchased through my site like they would through on Fiverr. All right, because people like to purchase online now. So instead of them having to email me and me send them an invoice, they just purchase right there through my website on offerings that I have there, and that's all through Kajabi. So that's what Kajabi Hero is. Let's see. Scott says, Anthony, do you think that it is better to post as $5 per words and charge for rights, or $10 for words and include rights? I know what my Fiverr coach has suggested, but wanted to get your reaction. Cool, Scott. Who's your Fiverr coach? I want to know who your Fiverr, as related to my Fiverr gigs. Do you mean like your Fiverr seller success coach, maybe? Listen, I have always been a big advocate of charging separate for commercial rights, charging separate for broadcast rights. I've worked with a lot of people who want to put it all. Oh, Chris, yeah, I've worked with Chris before, I don't know what Chris says on that, because I was doing a lot before I even met Chris, or even I know if Chris was even working at Fiverr. So but for me, I like to have the ability to manipulate my price depending on what the circumstances allow me to do. I like the flexibility. Okay. But I charge separate for commercial rights, separate for broadcast rights, and of course my base rate. I do not add them together. Some people have put them together because they don't want to have to haggle with people. But the only problem I run into with that is that if you put it all together and you still charge the same price or a little bit more, you know what I mean? You're not really doing anything. You're just saving, maybe you're saving yourself or you think you're saving yourself haggle, but you're probably losing yourself money because there are people that are going to come and buy it. All right. The other people, whether they want it or not, if they don't want it, they're not going to buy it from you. That's just my opinion. So I don't offer it that way. I don't recommend it, but I do respect, whatever way you want to do it, and whatever Chris says, you know what I mean? That's fine too. But again, even with Chris, and this just goes with everybody, take the information people give you, me too. I'll take the information that I give you and people give you, and you've got to assimilate it. All right, then you've got to synthesize that data that you've gathered and put it out there based on your goals, your dreams, your vision, and move it forward. Okay, don't just blanketly take what someone says and run and just do it. All right, unless you're paying, like if you're working with me, that you're paying me to do that, then yes. But you know what I'm trying to say. So in this particular case, I do it that way, and it works very well for me. I've seen other people do it the other way, but just remember, the people really making money doing it that way are charging a lot more than $5 or $10. They're charging $40 or $50 with commercial rights. So, it's different when you're charging 5 or 10. My recommendation is don't add it. That's just me. Let's see. He told me to change more. Okay. He spoke highly of you. Oh, that was nice. He told me to charge more on everything. Yes. Agreed. At the end of the day, I see what sells. Yeah. No, absolutely. Well, remember, Fiverr is going to want everyone to charge more because the more we charge, the more they make. They're a publicly traded company. They want to make more money. I mean, there's just no way about it, right? No way around it. All right. Kajabi versus Podia. I don't know that site, so I don't know. A lot of this, I guarantee you, will come down to pricing for most people. Do you know what I mean? But I think for me, Thomas, I literally could not run my business without Kajabi. It's an incredible platform, allows me to do so much, and I don't even still use some of the services that they allow. Or that they have. All right. Love the hat. That's right. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate all your amazing questions and comments and your participation. Thank you for showing up today. It's been a while, but I'll definitely be back next week. If you get a chance, please subscribe and like this one. Like it so we can get it in front of as many people as possible. Also, if you are looking for a demo, all right, and you're looking for an affordable one and you want to work with someone also who does some coaching like myself, there'll be a link below, or you can go to avosjourney.com and check that out for the demo services, or you can check out our Fiverr Elite group. We meet Wednesdays and Fridays. The link will be below. That's where we get together as a group of people who are like-minded, trying to build our Fiverr businesses through the stats and the analytics, as well as voice acting, coaching, marketing, demos, all that jazz. So thank you guys so much for watching. You have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I will talk to you soon. Thank you. Goodbye.